Hello and welcome to Fat Man in a Cheap Sim. That's right, you're watching the Hugh Hattrick channel, and we are racing at Sardinia Road Track C, where it is all about wall riders. Absolutely, these wall riders, some might call them cheats, some might call them exploiting the limits. Well, you can leave a comment below to tell me what you think. Here I started 7th. It's the Sardinia Road Track C reverse, which we did about 4 or 5 months ago, back in November time, and it was actually a really good race. So I started 7th, and we are going to see the action unfold. Now, the guy Green 1 Zone never quite got good getaways, and I found that the Peugeot was quite good in being able to catch up. Maybe had slightly better top ends, but I think the Scirocco had very good, its handling maybe was slightly better, because he was able to hug the apexes a little bit better than me, or certainly seemed to be. So we're coming up, we're still in 7th place, but it's very, very close in the first few corners. This very, very hard right-hander here as you come in, trying to get a bit of curb there, very easy to run wide and lose a lot of time, but we just about stay in there. Had to go defensive as we come into the right-hander, then the left, taking a wee bit of curb and managing to hold the position. On to the start-finish straight, the end of lap 1. So it's all things as they started, but I guarantee you there's going to be plenty of action coming. Now I'm having to go defensive here. Now, oh, we've got a wall rider there, at least one, and I just managed to hold 7th, but then number 8 Malagata managed to, he kind of pushed me across there a little bit, didn't give me much space, so lost one position, but can we get it back? There's all sorts of action going on in front. We've got penalties, and it's going a bit crazy. I'm back up into 7th. There's little glances here and there, but we're back into 7th. And there they go. It's only 7 laps of a very, very tight track. But this is the thing. Now, if people are wall riding, should Gran Turismo very quickly change that and get it sorted. Look, there's at least 1 or 2 going well wide. Now I go a bit wide and I get stuck here. I brake just too late, and then all the people there, there's got a wee touch. But then people who have been ghosted out, they get completely pushed away, as you see by Trespa, there's another Spanish guy. They all are just shoving you off the track at any opportunity. So we're back down to 13th, and it's not looking good at the moment. However, keep watching, because we managed to get some positions back. So the cars that were hitting the wall were ghosting back out, and then they were arriving right next to me, or kind of virtually in me. In fact, one of the channels, it was kind of crazy, because it was almost, as you see here, there's a wee bit of people running about. Now this is where it starts getting exciting. There's so many cars up ahead, and they're all battling for position. And here we come. We're on to lap 4, we're roughly just over half distance. And the annoying thing is, I think we could have maybe gotten into the top, certainly the top 5, if we hadn't had that slight run in at turn 1 on the previous lap. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars in front, and it's going to get mad. You can see they're already touching, and just all of that as they come into. And we managed to hug the apex quite well there. That's 1 off. I think there's going to be a penalty for one of these cars, because they were banging each other quite a bit. Coming into the final chicane, I was beginning to get the hang of this a little bit. That's another person going wide. Malagana's got a 3-second penalty, and he was the one that was behind us earlier. Now, along this wonderful straight, can you get the braking light right? People are going all over on the grass, never a good sign. Trying to give this guy a bit of room. But this is the problem, when you get put back, you've got to try and fight back. And now, here we go, he's had a 3-second penalty, and we could take that place back from the Turkish driver. So we're back up into 10th, holding our line here, trying to get a reasonable exit. And that's number 8th with a 2.5 second penalty. There's also another penalty further up in 6th. But we've got a bit of slipstream here. Now braking at the ambulance, trying to go nice and tight. So hard to stay in the right gear there. Make sure you're in 3rd, because 2nd gear tends to give you a bit of wheel spin of those. It was 50-50 as to whether you could make it work. Oh, and he took himself out. And we've got a little bit of distance now behind us. We've got to keep going as fast as we can. Taking a good bit of curb. We're definitely catching the guys in front. We've had a good exit there. And now we come to start the last lap here at Sardinia. Wall riding indeed, but we're not doing it, but lots of other people are doing it. Yep, there goes the Audi. Round the first corner. Will there be any more action here? It's pretty close up in front. It's certainly dodgy. I have to say, I never crashed into that barrier because I was always thinking, well, you're going to get a penalty. But even watching other people do that, I thought it's not worth it. Oh, missed the apex completely there. So I've got to go defensive all the way up the straight and into the final S's. Gonna have to go defensive here. It's going to be really close. There's another penalty up front. Here we go, we're in 8th place, so we've lost a place from our starting position, but at least we managed to keep it going. So there you go, and there they go, they're still wall riding at the top. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments. Should wall riding be banned, or should they allow it? I think it's pretty dodgy. I think they should have stricter track limits on all the circuits, to be fair, because sometimes it's a bit of a joke cutting the corners as much as they do. But there you have it, wall riding on GT Sport. Remember, tonight we have JSR Devon at 9 o'clock UK time for the biggest interview of the year. You don't want to miss that. That's at 9 o'clock on the Hugh Hat-Trick channel. But take care, drive fast and try not to crash. And you'll win the race at the first corner. Bye just now.